Is it hard to find good fintech companies to invest in?
Fortunately, not anymore. So we had a good track record, and founders talk with each other. So we get a very good quality list of founders typically at this stage. But at the beginning, of course, when we started, we had to build a reputation. It took some time, yeah.
And are the fintech startups themselves of a good quality?
I mean, we get 2,000 applications every year from startups, not just fintech. And of course, there are probably 80% that we don't even take a very close look at. There is, at the end of the day, a very, very small percentage of those companies that we get fully engaged with. And that's clearly because there's so many factors that have to be right for us to invest. And it's not just the idea, it's not just the quality of the team. There's many factors that play into this.
And you invest in fintech, but is in general the investors' appetite for fintech enough?
There is a lot of interest in fintech. I think there's been a lot of funds who got involved in fintech. It's a hot topic, obviously, for the last few years. But I would say it is more complicated, it is more costly than normal tech. It's a regulated industry, you need typically a lot more money, you need a lot more additional skills, just a longer runway, and typically it takes just a few years more than, let's say, normal tech. Again, you need always to apply for a license, you need a bank partner, all these things take a long time.
So it's a very strange asset class to invest.
No, it's a great asset class if you go through the work. I mean, you have to be realistic that it's a lot of work, especially the first 24 months, both for the founders but also for the investors. You can't just give money and wait, you have to get involved. But there's a great learning curve, and that's the beauty. If you are able to build a brand in one of the fintech segments, it is actually quite difficult. There's a big market entry barrier from then on, so that's a good thing. It's hard to build a brand, but if you have it, you have a big advantage.
Can you name some of your favorite fintech portfolio companies?
Well, obviously, some that we were involved would be Holvi that we sold to BBVA. Number 26 is doing extremely well. I love Wikifolio, social trading. There's a couple of others I also love, even though we're not invested. We just spoke about Money Farm out of Italy, a country. There's a lot of talent. We want to see much more coming from there. So, Credit Karma, I love Credit Karma. If there's any way we could replicate that model in Europe, that would be cool.
So the future is bright?
The future is very bright, and I think we're only at the beginning of entering new segments like insurance. I think there's a lot of disruption potential in underwriting of insurance risk. There's a lot of potential in sort of more hardcore banking processes like trade finance.